I have this discussion on a fairly regular basis with new and existing clients. Is that when they're sort of looking for a lot of the same answers, being asked to more than one person, they need to build up a trust with a hub information. In other words, they need to zero in on certain resources that are going to give them the correct answers. Because what happens is when you have so many pieces of information scattered out there on internet land, that people tend to try to do a little too much research. A lot of cases, I always suggest, gather your information, do the research that you want, and to the questions that you have, and then set up a conversation with a architectural designer or architect, and start there. That is always the first direction to take. What happens is a lot of clients, when they're looking at starting that new project, they do a little bit of research and then they run out of time. They say, oh, okay, well, didn't really have a lot of time to do this search, so I'm going to ask you. And they start talking to contractors and they start talking to subcontractors and so on, and trades, which is all fine and dandy, but essentially you're going to become overwhelmed with the information, because sometimes you'll get different or even worse contradicting pieces of information, and then you're sort of confused, wondering, well, what is the right answer? Again, go back to your primary hub of resources. And as I said, the middle of that hub should be your architectural designer. Because essentially, the architectural drawings that they're creating for you is basically the instruction sheet for everybody else. I mean, literally everybody else. Every trade, every contractor, every subcontractor, and so on is going off those drawings. So if the inner information isn't correct from there, that's where it kind of gets blurred. So always start there and take it from there as a hub spoke.